Hey, this is Kyle with KyleSeagraves.com. In this video, we're going to talk about the Zestimate accuracy. So number one, is it accurate? Can you rely on it? And can you change it? So we're going to talk a little bit about that in figuring out your home's value. So if you're questioning the Zillow Zestimate, you're probably in the right place. Number one, you're probably looking for the value of your home. And to be honest, it's going to be a quick way to find a general range of what your home could sell for, but it's not going to be a super accurate depiction of how much your house is actually worth. The way I like to think of it is kind of similar to how a soft pull on your credit works and a hard pull on your credit works. A hard pull on your credit shows the full picture. A soft pull only shows part of the picture. And so it's kind of similar to, I tell people with soft and hard pulls is like a soft credit pull is like throwing a blanket over top of a credit score. We get an idea of what it looks like. We can see if it's moving and if it's going up or if it's going down, but we can't really tell all the details. And that's very similar to the Zestimate. It's going to tell you an idea. It's like if you took your home's value and threw a blanket over top of it. You can get an idea of what's going on, how high it is or how low it is, and if it's moving with the market, but it's hard to tell a definitive number. And one of the main reasons why it's difficult is because, home values, even if they vary by a couple $1,000s, that's a couple $1,000s in your pocket that you're either going to get at closing or you're not going to get at closing, depending on the purchase price of your home. So you want to know if that number is accurate to begin with. So short answer is the Zestimate is, it's going to give you a ballpark, but it can be pretty, that can be a pretty wide ballpark. So up here on screen, this is actually some stats from Zillow. So here you can see on that middle, or the second to the left column, the median error through different cities. That's averaging around 2%, which means that that's 2% variation from the median home price. Okay, so we can see homes with estimates on the column next to that. And then the column after that, within 5% of the sales price, we can see is hovering around the 85% range. So that means that for homes actively listed, you can expect that about 85% of the Zestimates are correct. However, they publish that about if it's an active listing. For homes that aren't actively being listed, that number drops all the way down to 35% accuracy, which is pretty far away. But the nice thing about the Zestimate, I will have to give them credit, is that they're providing a very easy way for you to see the value of your home, right? If you're just entertaining the thought of selling your house, it's going to be really nice to look at the Zestimate, but also look at what are other homes selling for around your area, what's the trend of your neighborhood. They're going to show you that information as well, and then you can start to look and compare how does your house compare to others. Because the main thing that a Zestimate cannot do is actually understand a market, right? The Zestimate comes from just data. It's all about data. It's just looking at a bunch of zeros and ones and trying to bring a home value together. What it can't tell you is, did you remodel the bathroom last year? Is your roof deteriorating? It can't tell these things. And so all it's doing is trying to put numbers together and say, here's a best guess of what it is. And even on Zillow's site, they're going to tell you this is a good starting point, but you're going to want the professional opinion of someone who knows the market and understands what's happening. Okay, so one way that you can get that is a realtor. A realtor is going to be able to give you a CMA, a comparative market analysis, to be able to actually look at what the home could sell for. Then they're also going to help you find how to price your home competitively along with some of your goals in mind, right? Just because the Zestimate gives you a high number, and it might even give you a low number, it doesn't mean that that's the final number there, right? The Zestimate might say your home is worth $150,000, but you very well could put it on the market and sell it for $180 or $190. The Zestimate's just a good starting point. It's going to show you kind of ballpark, but it's not going to give you the full picture. For that, you want to talk with the realtor who can actually pull up some data and put together a really good picture for you. And then also an appraisal is going to be helpful in finding the value of your home as well. So I'm going to put a link for Zillow's Zestimate page in the description, which is going to go over how they arrive with that data. They're going to show you some of their error statistics as well. And I think that the fact that they publish this is incredible, right? They're coming up front saying, hey, this is just a valuation model. This is not a true picture of the value, because they're publishing the fact that it does have errors, and they're recognizing that, and they're showing you what the statistical errors of the Zestimate is. So I think it's awesome that they're doing that. That means that this is just a tool. This is not the final say on what your home value is. This is just a tool for you to use to find the momentum of your home and a kind of a ballpark of where it's at, so you can start as a launching point. So I hope this helped you get a better idea of the Zestimate. As far as changing your Zestimate, you absolutely can do that. Most people don't recognize you can. And the way you do that is you actually go in and claim the property in Zillow and add in some information about it to change it. I'm going to show that to you in a following video. We're going to actually go through a step-by-step guide on how to change the Zestimate to make that reflect more accurately for you. So I hope this gives you a clear picture of the Zestimate and its accuracy. It's a good starting point, but it's not going to be 100% accurate, and it's probably not going to be a good place for you to base all of your expectations on. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. There's going to be some timestamps below if you want to jump around here as well and go back to different parts of the videos. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.